Fuck y'all, yeah, yeah. Fuck y'all, yeah. Fuck y'all, yeah, yeah. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, yeah, yeah. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, yeah, yeah. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, so like, what was you said you started making music around like 2016, 2018? 2018. Mm-hmm. So like, what was your relationship with music like as a child, like before you really got into like fully making it?
My relationship with music, growing up has always been like deep rooted in like R&B and like 70s, like 70s soul music.
What were some names you could throw out?
Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom had me grow up with that. A lot of like 90s, 80s hip hop. My mom was like deep in the music industry in New York for a while back then, and she basically just kind of introduced me to what it was like. Cause she used to do a show that I would just be sitting there with her called. If it comes back to me, I'll tell you. But basically, I grew up around it, but I never really had a personal interest in it, only because I felt like I wasn't good enough at it or whatever the case may be. Eventually, I just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I like doing this for fun. And then eventually, like, I just started putting stuff out there, and people were rocking with it. So I just kept going with it, and that's why I'm still doing it today.
Nice.
Nice.
What kind of show was she on? If you can't remember the name, what like?
It was like a public broadcast station.
On
so
TV.
It was like one of those like old broadcast stations. Like she used to be.
And it was like New York music.
Legends of Hip Hop was what it was called. Like that's what it was called.
Gotcha.
So she would like speak to like people like LL Cool J, Rakim, like all like the older like generation of artists.
Yeah.
And interview them in like a bunch of different places. I would just be with her, like sometimes on a late night, just out with her. But it really got me introduced to kind of like how people are in the music industry in terms of like just operational sense. I don't even know how to really describe it. It was more so just like I was just there. I was a kid.
Yeah. But I mean, like being in that environment, it's like it kind of consciously or subconsciously like has an effect on you. So I feel like
yeah, for sure.
So then, when you actually fell into music, was that when you met up with like SRRNDR and like the J Sensei and like those guys, or was it before that?
It was before.
Okay.
It was actually kind of around the same time actually.
Okay.
So when I started making music, I was working at Mellow Mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just at a pizza spot in Stockbridge, and I didn't really have like I said, like I showed one of my friends, Adrian, like some stuff I wrote, because I was writing stuff prior to that, but I wasn't really like committed to it because I didn't have any of my own equipment.
Right.
At the time, I was working with someone who had a different, like he lived in a whole different state. And we used to live in Charlotte together, but you know, you move states, you can't really keep doing the same thing. Right. So eventually it just kind of came to a point where I had to basically be like, I really want to keep doing this, but I didn't have any equipment. So I remember my first week working at Mellow. I've told the story a few times now at this point, I think. But basically, the first week I worked at Mellow Mushroom when I got hired, I made $800. Never made that much in a week again, but that was 1 week. I spent pretty much my entire, like, whatever I made that week on the music equipment that I started out with. It was like a Focusrite, like, starter pack, FL Studio, because they tried to, I love FL. When I first started making music, they kind of get you with like the really cheap or like the free version of it.
Yeah, but you need the
the other stuff. Save anything or record. So I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even save shit. That's
you can't
so
save
crazy.
shit. That shit was wild. Yeah. So I was just like, fuck, I gotta do something. So every other one costs. So I just paid for that and started somewhere. And then,
So you can really attest to why like tipping is so important. It's like you wouldn't be here today without that great tip day, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That week, definitely tip your servers. I have my own opinions on that in terms of like going out, but you know the restaurant industry is kind of.
Oh yeah, there's like
until they're getting paid a living wage, we're tipping them.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like I don't know what you got paid as a server, but it's like $4 is the
$2.
Yeah, it's crazy.
$2. You just better hope that somebody actually was gonna pay you.
You have to do tips
like enough
to
for the
survive,
day,
right?
To cover bills.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Give them $30 an hour.
Those
Servers.
Pay the servers, man.
You deserve 30.
For what? Not
For dealing with all that shit.
For what you have to deal with, like no.
Yeah, it shouldn't
like,
be on the
All the
customer.
girls getting like harassed by the chef and shit. Like,
That too.
Yeah.
Bro. I hate.
What was like? What did you ever reach like a breaking point, or was it just like I gotta move on, or like what was like the?
I was actually working there up until I had gotten laid off. I think in like March, like 2020, like when COVID was really starting.
Right
when it was starting to get like really bad.
Yeah.
So I was like on unemployment for like a few months, and then one of my homies got me a job. Same homie, Adrian. That man's been in my life since I started doing this. So it's like, excuse me. But when I came back from that, I started working at a warehouse job. So I had to transition from mellow from that, but it was really like just kind of forced. I just kind of took a couple months because I'm stimulus checks, but
yeah.
not rolling.